Hi guys, it is the end of the year and it is time to recap all the makes, some of the things that happened, and also talk a little bit about the upcoming plans for 2025. But I'll get back to that. First of all, I don't know about you guys, but I've been eating as if I've been paid to do so this holidays. Well, I guess we all do that, right? So this adjustable waist skirt, godsend. Godsend. That's all I gotta say. But now it's New Year's, and I was thinking I'm going to pimp it a little bit. I'm just going to spruce things real quick. So, a little tip for you. I got this thin, flowy fabric, which is see-through, and I'm just going to use that as a shawl. You can use it with just the raw edges, or you can just go over the edges a little bit, but look at this. Just a tiny little shawl. I'm going to try to avoid the microphone here. And voila! Brand new outfit for New Year's. How about that? Just a piece of fabric. That's it. No sew or just going over the edges real quick. That's all you need to do. Love it. Anyhow, let's have a look at all the things that I made this year. There it is, my Norway-inspired yarn. Inspired by the Norwegian flag. I really love how this came out. And here's the finished result of our teal on tweed, I guess we'll call it. This is a colorway that I dye professionally, and this is probably my absolute favorite as well. We got 4 skeins of pearl cotton number 5, and we got 1 in number 8. My gorgeous yellow is all done and dry and skinned up, and I will be using this to make a shawl. It turned out to be a slightly variegated minty color, very summery, I am for sure. So here is our gorgeous field of flowers all done. Really happy with how this turned out. I love the colors, the light green and the multicolored speckles, and the yellow and the pink and the purple. I'm really loving how this yarn came out. It is such a powerful color with the red and the orange and the yellow. There we go, the cutest little hand-dyed mini skeins, 50-gram skeins on commercial yarn with the purple speckles. And the finished result. We do have some very lovely speckles in this yarn. I really love how this came out. Here's the result of our little dyeing experiment. It's a very summery color. I really like how it came out. There we have it, our pink and blue, light blue yarn. It came out very lovely, I think. I think this will make a very pretty summer top, or maybe a sweater for a child, or why not an adult. This is one of my absolute favorites from this yarn dyeing series. And I am definitely going to make more of this. It is time consuming, but the results is so amazing. But we did make a true black, and the reason is because we didn't use just the black dye, we also used well, something equivalent to cyan magenta, and so which kind of eliminates the white of the yarn and actually makes it black. It doesn't always turn out the way you plan to. With this one we had to go in with dye as the sprinkles didn't have enough color in themselves. But you can see here and there, there's a little bit of those. The sprinkles. It doesn't really get more Barbie inspired than that. I really love how this turned out. And I think I'm gonna knit something for myself with this yarn. It is such a lovely color. So this is one of the colorways that I dye professionally, and this is also one of my personal favorites. It is called Lemony Lime for obvious reasons. Here's the finished result of the mohair. As you can see, it kind of blends out a bit more when you're dyeing on this yarn compared to dyeing on superwash yarn. But I really love how this turned out. Here's our finished skein of emerald green wool. I really love how that turned out. Here is the finished result of the yarn. It's all dry and skeined up, or hanged up really. I'm very pleased with how this came out. Hi friends, quite a spontaneous impromptu photo or video session here. I thought I'd show you something that I made with one of the yarns that I dyed. This is the very first video that you saw with the red, white and blue color. And I knit myself a top. Like this. I hope you can still hear me when I'm a bit away. I use the Tin Can Knits Flax Light or Flax sweater pattern in DK weight, because it's a DK weight yarn. And I have knitted it completely to pattern. The only thing I changed is there's a garter panel on the sleeve and up over the shoulder that I omitted. And also I did a split hem because I have a big belly and a big butt, and I find that a split hem just looks better on me. Hi, time for the finished objects. First of all, let's do the shawl, which is huge. I hope you can hear me, I didn't put a microphone on. So it's the Stephen West boardwalk shawl. It's really long. We have the dress I'll be making. This is what it looks like. Now, as you can see, there's a lot of fabric in the front here. And I did want to have a good portion of positive ease because I have a big belly, and it's perfect here. And as you can see, I did the back darts. And that because I have a big butt and all, and that helped a lot with the fitting. However, in the front I do feel there's too much fabric when I get below my belly, so it's kind of like, it's big, it's really big. But at the same time, if I do have pockets here in the sides. If I didn't have that, I could take some off in the sides. I'm finally done. The dress and the sweater. I hope you can hear me, it's a bit windy outside and I forgot to bring the fluffy thing for my microphone. Let's talk about the sweater first. This is made from Sannes Garn Line. Can you see that? Which is a, let's see now, 53% cotton, 35% viscose and 14% linen blend. There we go. I hope you can hear me. I think I possibly put my receiver a bit too close to my microphone. So if it sounded really bad, that's why. I tried to keep it away a bit. Anyway, I used the pattern from Tin Can Knits, their Flax DK. And I think I mentioned this before, but I skipped the neckline. You knit it top down. So I skipped the neckline and I just started directly after the increases and I just knit down. Then later I added in an I-cord for the neck to make it a little more stable, and I added in darts for my butt. I'm going to come closer. I don't know if you can see them. So that I did increases on both sides in the back to account for my big behind. All right, the dress. This dress has been an adventure for sure. I don't know, it kept working against me, I think. No, I just had too elaborate plans and I didn't have the fabric I needed to fulfill that plan, so I had to pivot and do something else. This is the finished result. I cut off, I think, about 30 centimeters for the top, and I don't remember, well, the circumference up top multiplied by 1.5. And then I shirred that, which took a lot of time, a lot longer than I thought it would. And then the skirt, as I mentioned, is basically 4 rectangles with the seams here. And same in the back, the seams are here. So I have no side seams at all on this one. Which is why I couldn't set in pockets in the side. So instead I opted for pockets that I just put up top. But this is it's a thin, rather flimsy fabric. So I did add some lining to the pockets to make them a little bit sturdier. So they may look a little bit stiff right now. But once the dress has been washed a few times, it's not gonna show at all. I did some simple shoulder straps to just stitched back and front, and the skirt pretty much starts above my waist. My waist is down here. Well, actually it's to my waist. So yeah, from my waist then. I think I measured higher up and then I added more length to the top because I wanted to make sure. This week's project is done and I'm actually very pleased with it. I feel happy now. So I basically took just 4 rectangles, stitched them together, shoulders first, then the back seam, and I left like a little V, I don't know if you can see that, just so that it would open over the neck. And then, let's see, what did I do then? Oh yeah, I did the armholes and the sides, and I hemmed it. So it was really quick. I actually did 2 of these today, on the same day. And I don't know, feel a little bit fancy. They do need to be pressed. I haven't done that. I was a little bit in a rush. I wanted to film this before the sun went down completely and it got dark. I do like the outside light. But yeah, I really like it. It's a little swoosh. And if you see, look at the side, I don't know if you can see it, it is a little higher up in the back because of my that booty. But I don't mind, not with a piece of clothing like this that is just flowy. I mean, look at that. That is an amazing fabric. Don't you think? I love this. This is so good. And again, I do feel a little bit fancy in this flowy kind of thing. I do. I like it. I really like it. This one also needs some pressing, of course, but that's pretty much it. I'm very happy about how this turned out, and also that it's such a fast project that I did 2 of these in one day. It was just what I needed today after the week we've had. So I might actually be wearing one of these to this Saturday when we're going to view the new apartment. Okay, I better do this fast. It's already raining. When I stepped outside, it felt like Thailand in early rain season. I don't have a rain cover for my camera, so I better hurry. First up, the brioche top. I was thinking something like a cover up for a, or beach day or something, or maybe with a t-shirt under. Just a simple brioche. Did some I-cord from the armholes, the neckline, split hem. Granted, it wasn't supposed to be for a circle skirt, so it doesn't quite fit, but yeah. So there's that. Oh, it's really raining now. There we go. The shirt top. Oh, sorry, touched the mic. I gotta say, I am so over the shirting now. It's gonna take a while before I do a shirt project next. And I don't know, I don't think you can really tell that it's composed of several different pieces. I guess it's not too obvious anyway. Some shoulder straps, pockets. Yeah, here it is. And I mean, look at that fabric. Now, the big question, did that trick work for moving the opening to make sure it doesn't end up higher in the back? It did! Look at that! It did! I'm so happy. Alright, here she is, the Joni top, based off of the Joni dress pattern by Tilly and the Buttons. I'm very pleased with how this turned out. Granted, I didn't have enough fabric to make a peplum, so it's more of a fitted top, but I really love it nonetheless. I really love how the bust fit. Even I, that don't have a lot to brag about normally, get a very nice bust in this. And look at the fabric. Isn't that lovely? And this is what it looks like in the back. I'm very happy with this result. The only regret I have is that I didn't buy more fabric, because I would love to have a dress in this fabric as well. But for now, I'm happy with my new top. And yeah, checkered cherries. So, hi friends, just another quick video from me showing you what I made with one of the hand-dyed yarns in this series. This is the Barbie inspired one, and I need the same kind of top that I did with the red, white and blue one. It is the Tin Can Knits flax pattern in DK weight, and I knit size medium because I wanted it fitted, and I also wanted to make sure that I had enough yarn. I used for all the 4 skeins that I dyed, and the only thing I changed is I omitted the garter panels on the sleeves, and I did a split hem because that looks better for my big belly and big behind, I think. So what do you think? I love it. I'm very happy with how it turned out. Very cozy. Right, here it is. My new sports bra. It actually, I have to say, oh my god, really? Here it is, the new sports bra. I have to say it is the most comfortable sports bra I've ever had. It fits really nicely, but I also have to say this fabric is the most slippery and finagly fabric I've ever worked with. It was an ordeal, I'm not gonna lie, but it fits very nicely, and since this is the type of fabric that you can also use for swimming, I can use this both as a sports bra, you know, for working out or for going swimming. So I'm very pleased with it. And you had to do understitching in the neckline. I'm trying not to touch the microphone in order to get it to lie flat so that it doesn't flip out. Do the neighbors know I'm going outside to film? Every time I do, they start sawing something. But here is the finished skirt, aka my happy pill. Excuse the footwear. I accidentally broke a toe the other day, so I don't really fit any good shoes on my feet right now. Also, I'm all black and blue and all that, so I put on some socks so you don't have to see that. But yeah, I guess it matches my skirt, which is also, well, turquoise, bluish and black. But like I said, this is a really easy, quick make. Such a treat to have in the wardrobe. And I gave it some extra space because, you know, I'm on the heavy side. And okay, here she is. My finished t-shirt. Please excuse the messy surroundings. Like I said, I'm in the middle of a move, so things are everywhere. Stuff is everywhere. Okay, as you can see, I got big sleeves, plenty of room in the armpit. So excited. And it's cut out all in one piece. I have a back seam, which I really didn't need construction wise. I could have omitted that, but it's a nice design feature, and I'm thinking it might give it a little bit more stability. So I added that in. But yeah, as you can see, mine is not as fitted as the original because, I'm sorry, the microphone keeps scrunching up the fabric. Let me do this. There you go. And yeah, it's done. Finally, I guess. For such a small project, it took a lot of knitting to finish, but that's on me. That's how it is sometimes. You just decide to wing it, cast on, and go from there, and your project is the actual test to see how many stitches you need and all that. So I did mine 3 times, I think. Yeah. But it's done now. Can you see the back? It's quite poofy. I haven't blocked it yet, so some of these it will block out. It's a little bumpy in the back. And I made a little, like, I don't know what you call this piece, like a little screen. And I'm wearing it with a sweater that I made several years ago. Just a simple cropped sweater in the same yarn. But yeah, let me take this off. I wish I had longer hair, because when you wear this and you can have your, you know, hair poke out, it looks prettier, but it is what it is. Okay, there we go. There you see it. Sorry about the mess at the sides here. You know, moving is a whole thing of its own. Haven't done any darts or so for my butt. Just left it as it is. Since I have a big belly and a big butt, it's pretty much evens out on a dress like this, I think. Did the same decorative seam that I have here on the armholes. I did that at the bottom as well. I'm not going to pull up my skirt and show you, because I'm going to be showing you some other stuff you really don't want to see. So yeah, quite pleased. Sorry about the lighting, it's a bit iffy today. Yeah. Ready for Halloween. There we have it, the finished pumpkin. And as I said, I have a free pattern for this, and I did it exactly as stated in the pattern when I made this, except that I used double chunky merino when knitting it. So I switched to, I used 8mm needles, since it's very thick. And when I did the stem, I used 5mm needles and just a single strand of yarn, also chunky merino. And in the pattern I state that you pick up 16 stitches in the round with sock needles, but for this one, since it's quite a lot bigger, I picked up 24. So, and I've followed what it says in the pattern, except I did some additional decreases in the same way that I explained in the pattern. So that's the only difference. So this is it. The finished pumpkin. What do you think? There they are, tassels and all done. This was a fun, quick and easy project. Perfect for making Christmas gifts for someone. Maybe you have someone, you know, someone with Scandinavian heritage. Maybe you are Scandinavian, Swedish. This is a typical Swedish thing. But even, you know, for most Scandinavians, I think they would enjoy getting a pair of these for Christmas. I will probably set mine away and gift them to the homeless community. In the city where I live now, they often put up like a wall where they can, where people can donate like winter coats and stuff. You just hang it on that wall, and someone who needs it can just go and grab what they need. And I think they have had a solution for leaving mittens and hats and stuff as well. So I might do that with these mittens, since they are really warm and cozy, even though they're not felted. Maybe I will felt them first. We'll see. Hello, friends. It is time for a finished object. You may have seen me knitting this sweater for some time now. It's been what I've been working on for these knit with me, craft with me videos that I made a couple of Fridays during the move, since I couldn't really make anything more elaborate than that. I have finally finished it. We moved quite a few weeks ago, but it's still complete chaos in the apartment, and my studio slash office is also complete chaos, so I can't do very much in there yet. But I figured I could show you this project, at least. It's quite windy out here and there's a lot of traffic. I hope that isn't too loud. But I'm filming on the balcony. It's the only place right now that I have where you can actually see all of me and not just the board boxes and stuff. So let's try this. So this is the 3-in-1 sweater by, give me a second, I don't know her name by heart, Anne Lernout from Alpha Knits. This is the pattern. It was published in 2014, so it's been out for quite a while. And this is my version of it. Now, I did not use the same yarn as the pattern calls for, which has led to some changes. Now, this is a better angle of the waist. Again, I do have some extra fabric here because I'm very large in this area, which is absolutely fine. I don't need this to be fitted because I don't want to enhance the pouch. I'm good with this. Yeah. Well, my bottom is ready for Christmas. That's for sure. I'm so excited about these. Yay! Here she is. We're done. It is huge. It feels a lot bigger than I expected it to be. Like really fluffy and voluminous and all that. But I like it. It's intended for winter and Christmas. Excuse me, I'm just gonna move that paper bag. But yeah, see this. So I'm going to start with the piece that ties in the front, which means this goes in the back. just tying it like so. You have no idea how much I'm restraining myself. I would want to... Yay! The excitement is real, you guys. Now, sadly, I do not have a waist anymore. I am planning on fixing that for next year. Oh, I forgot. Front part up above the other ribbon and tie it in the back. My arms are very tired. Oh, there we go. And there it is. You see it? Can you see all of it? I don't know, maybe? I wish I had a waist, like I said, but I'll get on that next year. And you can't tell that there's an opening here, but there is here. So I could add in a pocket in each side. I opted not to do it this time. I just wanted to make this go. And I love this model of skirt. And I'm going to be able to wear this for a long time, even if I start losing weight and all. I mean, look at this. It is just amazing. Amazing. Oh. That was quite a lot of projects. I don't know if I'll be able to keep up that pace all year, but I'm going to attempt to, at least for the beginning of the year. But I would also like to do some bigger projects, some more long-term projects. And one of them is something I've been wanting to do for several years, which is not clothing and a little bit out of my wheelhouse, but not. Have a look. Hi. It is now the day before New Year's Eve, 2024. And I wanted to share a special project that I have. Every year I gift myself a Christmas present, something that I really want to do. It's always a craft project, and up until now it has always been a knitting project, usually a sweater for myself. And I've been doing this ever since I divorced my second husband, which I did, oh boy, 15 years ago? 14 years ago? It's a long time. It's a long time, you guys. And let's just say that both first and second husbands weren't exactly great at giving gifts, so I usually never got anything for birthdays or Christmas or anything. Nothing. Zilch. Nada. So that's why I started this tradition when I became single, that I'm going to gift myself something for Christmas. And it's going to be something that I really enjoy, really want, and all that, and, can look forward to. It doesn't matter that I know what it is. It's just, yeah. And it's been such a lovely tradition. And I've had so many wonderful projects that have come of it. And this year, I decided to do something a little bit different. Instead of knitting, I decided I am going to gift myself an embroidery. Now, I'm not very good at embroidery at all. I can do cross stitch. I have done maybe a handful of cross stitch projects in my life, in my entire life, so it's not a lot. Maybe, I think there's one project that wasn't cross stitch that I got when my youngest son was maybe a year old. He turns 30 in a few months. That project is, I don't know, it's not even halfway done because it was a different technique that I didn't master, and I tried to wing my way through it and it didn't look good. And back then there was no YouTube to consult. So someday I'm going to dig back that project and just unpick all the things I've done and start over. But anyhow, this year I wanted to do an embroidery project, and not just any project. You guys, this is something that I saw, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago at least, 7 maybe, it's been a while. And it's so gorgeous. It speaks to my book-loving soul. It's this kind of library thing with all the things happening. There's girl climbing here. There are, you know, there's everything. And I love this picture. It's not very good printout, unfortunately, but I hope you will be able to see what it is. This is a design by Amy Stewart, and I bought this from heavenandearthdesigns.com. I'll show you the address. There you go. heavenandearthdesigns.com. And they have several versions of this. You can order the entire project with the fabric and the yarns and all the things, which is naturally quite expensive when you pay for everything at once. And you can also choose to buy just a pattern, and you can also buy the pattern in different with a different amount of colors. And me, being the crazy woman I am, ordered the one with the highest resolution and 160 different embroidery colors. No joke. 160 different colors. And that's of course quite expensive. So I've been ordering the embroidery yarn, the floss, you know, in several part prints several different times this year to split it up so I didn't have to get everything at once. I got the fabric. Got it right here. Fabric, I got embroidery hoops. I got several different sizes. I started out with this one. And come Christmas Eve, I was finally going to start this embroidery, because that's the thing with my Christmas present to myself, is that I'm not allowed to start it until Christmas Eve, which is the day we celebrate Christmas in Scandinavia. Well, I celebrate Christmas all through December, but you know, Christmas Eve is the day, as it is Christmas Day. The 25th is the day for all of you Americans and so on. Anyhow, I was too tired on Christmas Eve. I had, 2024 was a rough year, and I have had the roughest 5 months just leading up to Christmas. So, excuse me, I actually had to wait till the next day. So, Christmas Day was when I got started. And I was going to print the pattern. The pattern in total, including, you know, all the symbols for, there's different symbols for all the, for the pattern, and the keys for the colors and all of that, is 77 pages. And what I realized is, because this is going to be very time consuming, because it's very, very small, I just decided to just print the first 22 pages, because I'm not going to finish that this year even. So I did that. Unfortunately, my printer is a little bit, I don't know what's wrong with it, so didn't manage to quite print the bottom ones, but the top ones are just fine. So this is square number 1 that I've started with, and I'm marking them as yellow once I have finished that color. And this is what I've got so far. So this little thing is this. There's a few colors missing still, but that's basically, you can see the shape of one square. And they recommend that you embroider one square at a time, one of these at a time, which makes perfect sense, because it's very difficult to keep track otherwise. So yeah, I have started this project, and my guesstimation is that I'll be working on this one at least for the next 3 years. At least. Now that is a long-term commitment, if I ever saw one. another one that is also a long-term commitment, also part embroidery, although not cross-stitch. I don't think so, at least. But it's not going to take me 3+ years. However, I have set aside almost a year and a half for it. And that is a Scandinavian folklore bunad, as we call it, outfit. I have got this book as inspiration. I've also got, oh, these are very heavy. I've also got this one. And there is a third book as well that I'm going to order. And a Scandinavian bunad or a Norwegian bunad, which is, you know, I come from Norway, often looks something like that. Let me see if I can get you. There we go. Something like that. They can look very different as well, and they are, you can find them in all different types of colors, and yeah, different landscapes have different varieties, and so on and so forth. Now, these are very, very expensive to buy. They're quite elaborate to make, but you can make them yourself. And what has happened in the past, I don't know, 10-15 years maybe, is that people have started to make their own fantasy folklore costumes. And that is what I'm going to do. I do want to have a traditional bunad from the area where I'm from in Norway. They are often, you know, different areas have different varieties. There is one in particular, the Nordlandsbunad, that I really, really love. There's a green one and a blue one. I love the blue one. Maybe someday. But for starters, I'm going to make my own fantasy bunad. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make, I'm going to have the black skirt. And that's the part of the project that I'm going to start off first. And on Black Friday, I bought a course in embroidering, you know, classic embroidery for these type of outfits. And I have also bought the yarns. I got a whole lot of wool yarns that I intend to use. Oops, I'm dropping them. I'm going to use to embroider some type of picture or pattern or something around the lower edge of the skirt. However, I do not yet know what kind of pattern I'm going to make. So I need to decide on that. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to learn how to embroider a classic bunad. And from there I'm going to design my own pattern, and then I'll be embroidering that on the bottom of the skirt, which is called stakk in Norwegian. And not only that, I'm not going to make a classical skirt. I'm going to make a same type of skirt as the one I'm wearing, the adjustable waist type of skirt, because you can absolutely do that with this type of costume. So that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, this project I foresee will take quite a lot of time, because I need the skirt that needs there will be a lot of embroidery because it's entire bottom edge, and I'm going to have a vest. I'm going to sew the shirt that you wear underneath. I am planning on knitting or crocheting a shawl to go with it. I'm going to need shoes. I'm going to need the silver jewelry, which I'm not going to make those. not this time anyway. Who knows, in the future I'd like to try my hand at that as well, but I'm going to buy those. And I've had a look at a couple of, these are called sølje. I'm not sure what the English word is. I'll see if I can look it up. But I've had a look at a couple that I really, really like, and they're like $350 a piece, 350 euros. So they're quite expensive. And I want two of them, one larger around here and a small one just up here, to keep the shirt together up in the neck and the, yeah. So that is a huge project that I'm going to start doing soon, I think. I'm just going to see. Oh, I gotta show you. Look at this picture. How cool is that? Oh, that's right. You also have an apron on most of these, so I'm going to be making that as well. So there's a lot of work going into this project, and I can't wait to get started. So that's a couple of the projects that I am planning for during 2025 and onwards. The Norwegian National Day is May 17th, so I'm going for May 17th, 2026 for my bunad. I want to have it done by then so that I can go to Norway and celebrate with everyone else, and yeah, that's my plan. That's what I'm hoping for. I was hoping to do it for May 17th in 2025, but I'm realizing it's way too short of a time. I mean, just the embroidery part is going, I'm not going to be able to finish that even by May, because it is absolutely the biggest part of the project, and I don't have the skill yet, and I don't know yet what I'm going to embroider, so I'm going to pace myself a little and let it take whatever time it takes. I'm also thinking about doing another series of yarn dyeing this spring. I don't know if that will come into fruition yet. We will see. I'll have to get back to you on that. And other than that, I have a lot of me-made wardrobe projects and a few other ideas for different types of series that will pop up during the year. I'm also planning a huge Christmas special that I will be airing in November, because it is tips for Christmas presents, and I'm planning on doing something that will be one episode every day in November. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll be able to do that. There may be an advent calendar as well in 2025, an online YouTube advent calendar. So a lot to look forward to. Other things that I am planning on doing this year is to take care of myself more, because if you've been here a little while, you'll know that this autumn was absolutely crazy for me. What you don't know is that ever since the beginning of 2020, my family had, we've gone through something really, really hard, which wasn't related to the pandemic, but it was a totally different thing. So we've pretty much had 5 really, really rough years now, and it was finally starting to stabilize this spring. And then came August 1st, and we got this excruciating news that we couldn't stay in the house that we were living in and that I was planning on buying. So, but now we have moved, we have landed in our new apartment. We are starting to, there's less boxes to navigate now, at least, so that's good. And one of the things that is very, very important to me in the upcoming year is to manage my stress. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but past months I've been having issues with breakouts in my face due to stress. So that is something that I really want to do something about. I'm going to take better care of my health. I know I've mentioned several times that I am bigger and heavier than I'm used to being, which is true. I am not used to looking the way I do, and it has now come to a point where I feel that I need to do something about that as well, because it is affecting my health in ways that is I'm just not comfortable. I can't move about the way I want to. I don't have the strength that I want to. I want to get back to running again, because yeah, I'm one of those people. I actually love running. Don't hate me for that, but I do. So yeah, I'm going to take care of my health. I'm going to take care of the stress, to minimize the stress as much as I can, even though I will be working quite a lot in the beginning of the year, because I'm going to attempt to catch up a little bit so that I have a little more time, that I'm not frantically editing, Friday morning, trying to get the video out in time. So I want to have a little more time on my hands to be able to, have some leeway. So I'm going to be working at a slightly higher speed that I will be doing all year in the beginning, just to catch up a little bit. We'll continue to do these fun projects, and the idea will all continue to be to inspire. That's basically what I want to do. I want to inspire you. I am making things that I love. I'm remaking old favorites that no longer fit me, or things that I had way back when that are just gone since decades back. Remaking them to items that I can and want to wear today. Also to inspire all of us, me included, to get away from the fast fashion, because it is not sustainable at all. So I think I want to be a voice to inspire others to make your own things, and that we take care of our clothes, and that we they last longer, and all of that. So that is a goal I also have for this upcoming year. Other than that, we'll see. I have a lot of ideas. I have an incredibly long list. Actually, I have several lists of different types of ideas that I am planning on making and sharing with you guys. I hope you will enjoy them. And that's what I want to do. So tell me, what are your thoughts and plans for the New Year's? I don't have New Year's resolutions ever. I do, however, have wishes and hopes and things that I want to do. I want to walk barefoot on a beach. I want to get back to running. I want to, more that type of thing. I'm not going to set a goal to lose weight or to lose so and so much weight or anything like that. That's not my thing. But I want to be healthier. I want to get back to the more healthier me, the person that I'm used to being, and looking like. Not as much looking like as being able to do certain things that I can today. So that is my hopes for the upcoming years. My, not resolutions, but my hopes, dreams. What are yours? I would love to hear. Share them below if you like. And have an amazing New Year's Eve, whether you're just staying home alone, having a knit night or whatever with you, just solo, or if you're out and about doing things. I hope you have an amazing evening, and I hope you wake up tomorrow feeling good. Maybe hangover if you hungover. Oh my god, I can't speak. Maybe hungover if you partied, but hopefully not too bad if that's the case. And I hope you have an amazing 2025. And I hope to see you then. Bye.